My name is Simeon. I am an old man and I live in Jerusalem. I was married and I had children, and then the children grew up and they had children, and then those children grew up and they also had children. So I have seen 3 generations, and now my grandchildren are starting to have little ones of their own. My wife died a few years ago, and I became devoted to the temple. I thought about remarrying, but I changed my mind as I found that I did a lot with the temple, and it gave me time to work with the people. A group of us old men one day were standing around, sitting around, and we were talking. And a man came up to us, and he's a young man, and he looked at me, specifically me, and he told me that I would not see death until I had seen the Lord's Messiah. And then the man left. I asked my friends about what the man had said, and they said, "What man? They didn't see anybody." They accused me of being drunk or hallucinating. But no, I hadn't been drinking. I don't drink. And I wondered what this was all about. The years passed, and one by one, my various friends died. But I still remembered that time. We realized it had been a vision. Since that time, I had various dreams of the Messiah coming. I realized he would come as a newborn baby, and that as he grew up, he would be able to see the inner thoughts of many, and he would respond to those inner thoughts. And this troubled me. This was not the Messiah that we were expecting. One day I was at home having breakfast with my adult children and their children and enjoying the new great-grandchild that was coming. And I heard this little voice in my mind. It said, "Go to the temple." Yeah, I go to the temple every day. I'll get there. Just give me some time. And I continued to eat my breakfast and talked with my grandchildren and the newborn great-grandchild. And I heard the voice again. It said, "Go to the temple." It was just a voice in my mind. It wasn't anything frightening. And I said, yes, 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 I'll get to the temple. I'm almost ready. Just let me finish up. And I continued to talk with my granddaughter and enjoy her cooing little baby in her arms. And then behind me, in a loud voice, I heard, "Go to the temple." And I turned around, and there was no one behind me. The children were playing on the floor, and the adults were running around doing the things that they were doing with breakfast. And I was terrified. But I said, okay, I'm done. I need to go to the temple. I'll talk to you all later. And I went to the temple. And I took my seat in the temple. Out of respect, everybody reserved a special spot for me to sit. And I watched young parents come in to redeem their firstborn sons. And shortly thereafter, parents came in, and they had a special glow about them. And the mother had a newborn baby, a 40-day-old baby in her arms. I recognized her. She'd been there the day before to be purified from the birth of her child. And now she was there to redeem him. The firstborn of everything has to be either redeemed or sacrificed. Obviously, if it's an animal, it would be sacrificed. But you could not sacrifice your child. You must redeem it. In other words, you must pay a tax for it. And she had come, and she had in her hand the coins to redeem him. I took the child in my arms, and I said, "Master, you are dismissing your servant in peace, according to your word. For my eyes have seen the salvation that you have prepared in the presence of all people, a light for the revelation to the Gentiles, and glory to your people Israel." and I gave her the child back. The father and the mother were amazed with what I had said, and I blessed them. I knew in my dreams that this child was going to have hard times. I knew from my dreams this child would see the inner thoughts of many. He would respond to them, and people would be afraid of him. I knew this child would be put to death. So I said to his mother Mary, a sword will pierce your soul as well. They've gone now, and now I may die in peace.